Remember that level on Super Star Wars where you're driving the speeder around killing Jawas? As I was playing the other day, I had a funny interpretation of this part of the game I'd like to share with you. Okay, so the speeder represents Disney Star Wars and Lucasfilm. The Jawas, they represent us, the die-hard fans who helped make Star Wars the juggernaut it is today. And what you see here is how they reward us after years of unwavering loyalty and love for the franchise. See how they callously blast us. See how the fans drop their hearts because we love Star Wars, but to them every heart they get is nothing but another dollar. Hear how the fans make that sound when we blast it. That's the sound of fan outrage. Look closely at that cockpit on the speeder. That's the gold-plated Disney motherfuckers on the right, and the person on the left you thought was Luke? That's Kathleen Kennedy. Looks like they're having a good time, taking all the hearts from all those poor Star Wars fans, but actually, they aren't paying attention to their goal. They're supposed to be making a quality product while heading towards that sandcrawler, but they're too busy smashing our dreams to pay attention. Oh no, it looks like they went out of business. Yes, if you are a modern day fan of Star Wars, and if you do not like the new stuff that Disney's making, you are like those Jawas on that level with the sand cruiser, and you are being mowed down because you do not like it. They are coming for you because they want to silence us. They do not want us to like the new Star Wars. Episode 8 was just a complete blatant smack to the fucking face, man. Like, why? Why would you do this to us? We helped make Star Wars what it is today. All of us that go back, as far as we all do here. But anyway, so here we are here to talk about what could they do at this point to make episode 9 any good, or as I like to say, why should I even give a shit in the first place? Because really, let's talk about a couple of things about episode 8. One of the things, don't want to add to the dog shit fire that is all the other people, what they have to say about this movie, but I do want to just give my take about what I feel about it. Some of the things I didn't really like about it, some of the things I felt like blatant disrespect to me as a fan. The part where Yoda, as a Force ghost, comes back while Luke Skywalker's contemplating, like, hey, maybe the Jedi is not such a bad thing. Maybe we don't need to bury the past. Maybe we need to keep this thing alive. And then all of a sudden Yoda just comes out of nowhere. It's like, no, go ahead, burn it, destroy it all. See, I don't hear a whole lot of people on YouTube talking about that. But to me, that was one of the worst moments ever, ever in my life. I could take a whole lot of other stuff that they gave me in the movie and a lack thereof. Severe lack of content, in my personal opinion. All it was a complete, it was like connect the dots from one stupid point in the movie to another. I don't even remember. It's been over a year since I've seen this garbage, and I remember that part so much. It just made me so mad at that point. Yoda comes down and he summons lightning like motherfucking Raiden off Mortal Kombat. This motherfucker summons lightning down and destroys what remains of the Jedi artifacts, man. Like, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? That movie was a complete mishmash of morons every minute of the fucking movie. I think I said movie twice. But that's what it was, man. There was so many parts that wasted your time. One of the parts that really waste your time is when Finn and Rose are like they're, I don't even know what the fuck they're doing. They're on Canto Bite. I don't want to go into this too much, but the part where they're looking for some dude. They're looking for some dude, and it turns out they don't even need this dude. So what was the whole point of setting up this espionage type thing? Oh, man. I said I won't go too much into all the parts that everybody, but they really fucked up that movie, man. It starts off with a joke. The whole tone of the movie is just it's like it's dark and everybody just wants to kill themselves. By the time the end of the movie, I felt like I wanted to kill myself slightly. slightly. Don't call the authorities on me yet. I was just metaphorically speaking there. Because that movie was depressing like that. At the end of the movie, Luke just disappears and dies. But anyways, we're not here to talk about episode 8. We're here to talk about my feelings of what they could do to make episode 9 any good or make me give a fucking shit. Are you fucking serious? Are we fucking serious? Really? What? What the fuck could they possibly do to make me want to give a shit about this movie? Okay, so my feelings of what they could do to fix episode 9, to make it so, make me want to come to the theater to go see it, aside from next to nothing. Hey, look, I'm trying to do this in the proper manner, where I'm trying to come off as healthy criticism instead of just straight dogging it into the ground, taking a big ass fucking leaky shit on it. But it's really hard not to, man, because like I said, every time I think about what they could do to make episode 9 good, it goes back to episode 8. They fucked it up. They made it so bad that, so let's say if episode 9, aside from my criticism aside, let's say if episode 9 turns out to be the shit. I mean, it's like the best fucking Star Wars ever. I mean, it's better than the whole original trilogy. It's better than the prequel trilogy. It's better than anything they've ever made, legitimately. Let's hypothetically say that. Okay, well, all right, so what fucks it all up is that you're going to call it a sequel trilogy. How can you call it a sequel trilogy when the episode 8 doesn't make no fucking sense? Like, there's no way in hell episode 9 could be so good that it'll make that trilogy good. See, episode 9 might be a great movie, but the trilogy's still fucked. And so at that point, it doesn't, in my opinion, it doesn't matter about, how good episode 9 will be. Because you can't watch it in the same ladder, like from one movie to the next. Like you did episode 4, 5, and 6, 1, 2, and 3. You cannot watch it successfully. Because episode 8 it's so out of place. I mean, episode 7 feels like Star Wars. I mean, it really feels like Star Wars. And then episode 8, it's like some goddamn monkey got a hold of it. Some Harkonnen. A fucking Harkonnen made that fucking movie. Yeah, I'm talking about Ryan fucking Johnson. Man, fuck that motherfucker. He can stick his head right up his ass. I'm pretty sure that's where it belongs. He calls it a hat, but it's really his ass. But anyway, that movie sucked so bad. It was a blatant disrespect to me. There's no way in hell I could want to go see episode 9. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. Fuck you. You made it Solo. And that was complete shit. From what I heard, I don't know, I didn't see it. But you know how it is. You hear about these things. I got people that are really good. We got the same sensibilities. They know what I like. They know what I don't like. They say, man, dude, don't go see this movie because they fucked it up. Dude, I don't need to go see it. I don't need to go see it at that point. Because I got, it's certainly better than Rotten Tomatoes, which, of course, as of me making this video right here, Captain Marvel is going officially rotten, but, fuck. It took this long, really? Fuck, wow, I'm surprised. But the thing is, I can't trust the critics, the professional critics, even people up here on YouTube, some people, they're really good at critiquing Star Wars, and they'll give you the honest truth about that. But some other movie comes out and, then they say, oh, this is a great movie, And I watch it, I'm like, no, it wasn't. It was complete garbage. I got a nice little net of in the net, around the net here of people I can rely on. Their opinions, we like the same movies. Like, they're like, hey man, you need to get off your ass to go see a Little Battle Angel. I got off my ass and went to see a Little Battle Angel. And wow, it to me, that movie broke the curse off the movies ever since I saw episode 8. Anyways, so let's get to being like a serious person who loves Star Wars. I do love Star Wars, but I don't like Disney Star Wars. But let's pretend that I'm like one of these guys that's like, oh man, you got wild hair. You got to see what they're going to do with the next movie. You got to see what they're going to do. You got to wait to see what they're going to do. Man, I'm tired of waiting to see what the fuck they're going to do. I've been waiting 10 years for fucking Avengers, to come up to some great big thing, and then Endgame is all we got? You think this is... Uh, you know, they keep saying, wait to see what happens next. Wait to see what happens next. I remember when Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer came out, and I remember that, I was complaining about that movie a little bit that time. But that's still a masterpiece compared to by today's standards. But, I remember complaining, like, how come we need to see Galactus? And I remember a lot of my friends like, oh, man, you just gotta wait to see what they're gonna do next. Wait to see what they're gonna do next. Well, I'm still waiting, guys. Yeah. So, shit like that. That's what really fucks me up, about waiting to see what they're gonna do next. Because you waste all your life for disappointment for this shitty ass movie. Hey, look, let me tell you something about me. I do not play shitty games. I don't play shitty games on a marathon basis, I must say. I don't buy shitty games, especially expensive ones. Maybe if they don't cost nothing, maybe if there's like a couple of bucks or something, just so I can say, hey, I got Jekyll and Hyde, But, fuck, man, but I ain't gonna sit there and pay like a whole lot of money for crap. It was the same thing with my movie experience. I'm not gonna sit there and fork over mad money and waste hours of my life, valuable hours of my life for crap. It don't make no sense. A lot of people up here on YouTube, they get up here on YouTube and they like, they're the critics, so they got to go see every movie. And then they complain about a lot of movies that are crap and they're angry. They're like, that movie, they want to tear down the fucking town like Godzilla. Because that movie was crap. Well, dude, don't go fucking watch this shit. Don't give them the fucking money. But anyways, I'm sorry, I keep wasting your time, I know. What could they do to make episode 9 to make me want to go see it? First thing that comes to mind is that they could do one of those scenarios where, if you remember an old show that came on back in the day, it was called Sledgehammer. Okay, I don't know if a lot of people remember this. It was like a spoof cop show. I loved it when I was a kid. Oh man, it was one of my favorite shows of all time growing up. But there was a part in the show where it came to the first season finale, and they thought they weren't going to make any more episodes. So they wrote an episode where a nuclear bomb goes off and everybody dies. The end. Everybody dies. All right, well, guess what happens? So, they get granted a second season, and then all of a sudden, hey, you remember that part we said about how everybody dies? Well, they didn't. Let's go back 5 years later. 5 years earlier. 5 years earlier. Well, as ridiculous as that shit sounds, I guess they could do something like that here with episode 9. They could go back 5 years later and they actually make some kind of explanation of how the fuck the First Order came to existence, came to power. That would make sense, wouldn't it? If to make a movie, episode 9 starts off where they show how after Luke Skywalker, after Han Solo, after Leia, after they all brought peace to the galaxy, and after, the Empire was crushed, destroyed, they should show how the fuck did the First Order come back. And then more importantly, in episode 8, they need to show how the fuck did the First Order reigns, after they just beat their asses in episode 7. So, one thing they could do, potentially, to get my ass in the seat, potentially. I still may not give a fuck when it's all said and done. But yeah, so make it so, give me some kind of context of how the fuck all this shit's happened. Because ever since episode 7, I've been sitting here wondering, well, what the fuck's going on? Really, what the hell is going on? Who are these people? And even even the original trilogy didn't do it this bad, man. When they first brought out Luke Skywalker, they told you who he was to a certain point. They gave you all the information you needed. He grew up on Tatooine. He had an uncle, Owen. His aunt, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry. Escapes me. I'm sorry. I can't remember that. Sorry. But they got burnt to a crisp. He meets Han Solo. Han Solo's he's wanted by a really nasty gangster. They give you all the information you need about everybody. We're 2 episodes into this new series, and we don't know who the fuck none of these people are. And that's unacceptable. It's not no Mystique. You get your J.J. Abrams, you get your fucking mystery box bullshit out of here. God, man, the shit pisses me off, man. But Another potential thing they could do, potentially get my ass in the seat, or at least make me give a fuck about the movie, is, Snoke dies in episode 8, and he dies like a bitch. And I mean, really, it's really bad. It's not good. You know, it's nasty. It's fucking nasty. You know, I'm not talking like good nasty. I mean, this is the supreme leader of the new thing. The new First Order or whatever. The New World Order. New World Order. Too sweet! No, it's not too sweet. But he gets killed like a fucking hog. He's laying there. They show a picture of the dude laying on the ground with his tongue hung out like a fucking slaughtered pig. Like, ah. I shit you not. I remember there was a scene. They showed the motherfucker like he's like, ah. So what they could do, I guess, potentially what they could do is they could make it so that Snoke was a double, a decoy. You know, like Princess Amidala, Senator Amidala in episode 2. You know, the way that how her double got blown up. You know, and stuff like that. You know, so maybe if they and then all of a sudden they be like, oh no, Snoke's still alive, and they actually make it like this motherfucker's bad. You know, and does something. But you know, that's what going back to episode 8. That's where they fail at. The entire movie fails at making the First Order anything but a bunch of moronic, bumbling, Neanderthalic assholes. Trying to spice it up a little bit instead of saying piece of shit all the time. You know, but I mean, man, the First Order, like, they shouldn't even exist. You know, really be honest with you, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and Leia, they brought peace to the galaxy. Hell, Anakin Skywalker brought peace to the galaxy when he woke up, when he was Darth Vader, and when he woke up and he finally decided to toss the Emperor down that chute, and he took off his mask and wanted to make peace with Luke, and they all saved the galaxy. To me, that's it. That's it. This new series hasn't done anything but to just rip wounds that I've never had before in Star Wars. You know, they rip wounds, and these wounds won't heal with the new Disney Star Wars. I'm sorry. There's nothing they can do. I had some other things written down. I'm trying to do this verbatim, you know, fuck. Just in case if I... and look, number one thing. Oh, this is very important. All right, so you want to get my ass in the seat? You want to get me to fucking give a shit about episode 9? Really? Honestly? Truthfully? You want to know what you can do? Number one thing you can do above all? You know that scene in episode 8 when Admiral Holdo, bravely suicide dives, dive bombs her ship into the dreadnought to help everybody escape, do all that. All right, so if you want to really impress me, have Rose Tico do that shit. Yeah, I couldn't even say her name because it's like garbage in my mouth every time I say it. It's like Rose Tico. Oh, yeah. Have Rose Tico fucking bravely sacrifice herself and die. And see, a lot of people gonna probably be like, "What? That's outrageous. How could you say that?" Well, you know what? The character served no purpose in episode 8, except aside from trying to get into the Chinese market with the movies. I mean, I guess that's what they were trying to do, but and make some diversity. But she was unnecessary. Her sister, who seemed like the more interesting character, dies. And what the fuck is up with that? I mean, in a real Star Wars movie, Rose Tico would have been dead. But yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I hate to be like that, you know what I mean? Because I kind of think like, well, I really hate to be all cynical and everything, but Rose Tico sucked. The worst Star Wars character ever. I mean, she didn't do anything. Except stop Finn from killing himself. And for what? So she can confess her undying love for him? But they just fucking met. You stuck around. Hope you stuck around. And this is all you're going to get as far as what could they do to make episode 9 any good? Because really, that's really all there is. I mean, because all of a sudden Rey becoming badass. It's not going to fucking matter to me. All of a sudden Kylo Ren becoming the Darth Vader that he should have been. It's not going to really matter. None of the characters really matter. It doesn't stack up to the original hexology. Like when George Lucas was at the helm, he had great actors. I don't care what nobody says. You can talk all the shit about Hayden Christensen you want. Talk about anybody in the prequels you want. But George Lucas had a hell of a vision. And I celebrate his vision. This Disney, those folks, those numbnuts at Disney, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing. Or either they just blatantly don't give a fuck about us. You know, they blatantly don't give a fuck about us. Just like them damn Jawas that were being slaughtered at the beginning of this video. You know, them Jawas are like us, the fans. Those hearts are like our cash. And all they want to do is just blast us and take our cash and not give us no respect. Not even give us an acknowledgement. This new trilogy could have been the shit. It could have been the shit. But it's not. And so here's where we are. You know, you want to know what they can do to make episode 9 any damn good? You know what? You ask somebody who gives a fuck. Me, I just want to get up here and talk some shit today because, well, I haven't talked shit in a while. You wake up ornery, you wake up mad, you just want to fucking shout at the world, fuck you! Fuck you! We don't care what you say, fuck you! Anyways. Thank you so much for putting up my bullshit here today. I hope this hasn't been clickbait or anything like that, but I really just want to get some things off my chest about Star Wars and how I feel about this news, because everybody's talking Star Wars, everybody's talking movies, everybody's getting mad, and we haven't gotten nowhere near the holiday season yet, baby. You better buckle up so you one hell of a ride. I am Wild Hair 83. Thank you so much for watching me, and I am out. Peace.